Okay, welcome to the weekend. This is a bit of a mystery because instead of doing Book of Mormon, we're going to do Book of Abraham. So it's a weekend episode. And Pearl of Great Price Central is the source on this, just starting with number one and then going in order. It's also a mystery because I'm still trying to figure out what this teaches us about God. Like I said in the last episode, every evidence can teach us something. Um, okay, so the Book of Abraham is an autobiography. It starts in first person and it matches the contemporary literature. None of the literature, I guess, was available at Joseph Smith's time, but since there's a tale of one Idrimi, I'll put the link in the description, but the autobiography of Idrimi, it starts almost exactly the same. So Abraham says, in the land of Chaldeans, at the residence of my fathers, I saw that it was needful for me to obtain a new place of residence. Idumi says, in Aleppo, my ancestral home, I, the son of Elim, took my horse, chariot, and groom and went away. There's also other aspects that are very similar. And actually, so that was probably just how you would talk back in the time, in the day. That also is kind of how Enoch enters Mehuja in Moses chapter 6 or 7. He talks about where he's from and then when he was traveling. Okay, I'm going to contrast this with actually First Nephi 1. So yes, it ended up being about the Book of Mormon. So I've actually studied a lot about superscriptions, and that superscriptions is like the beginning part of a text, and completely different with Nephi. So in Nephi, you give a short summary of the whole book, and you give it in third person, and then you begin in a first person narrative. And you include different things. For instance, you say what how you were taught. You talk about your parents. You talk about what the language it's written in, things like that. Different aspects. Um, First Nephi autobiography is almost identical to the starting of Book of Tobit. So once again, we've got a paragraph summarizing the book and the narrative, and then he starts with I Tobit, being keeping the law of Moses all my days. So a lot of different genres. My point is, yeah, obviously evidence that, I mean, you can't just make up stuff like this. If I was to make up a writing, if I was to make up the commandments today, right, I'd probably do it like an essay, like "Thou shalt not steal, 3 reasons why." But they spoke different back then. I've come to believe it's just the world is screaming that God exists and that truth is everywhere. How else does this, what else does this teach us about God? Let me know.